Hello. It's that time of year again where we start thinking about onion sets and shallots, and they've started to appear in the shops. And these are some shallots I bought yesterday. It's a variety called Red Sun. Now, I've grown shallots before. I've even grown shallots from store-bought shallots. But I spotted these yesterday and I bought them. And these are the shallots I'm going to be growing this year, and I'm going to be growing them in 10-inch water buckets. Now, if you're like me and you're stuffed for space, then a small plant pot or a 10-inch water bucket is definitely something you've probably got room for and you should consider. Okay, I think there are 12 of these shallots in this bag. And what we're going to do is we're going to plant 4 shallots in a 10-inch water bucket. But I'm not going to do it today. We're actually ahead of ourselves. I'm going to do this in maybe 3 or 4 weeks' time. But I want to give you an heads up on this, because if you fancy giving this a go, and I'm fairly sure you will after you watch this video, it gives you time to get yourself organised. So what do you need? Okay, well, you need a big plant pot or a 10-inch bucket if you're going to grow them the way I grow them. And we're going to put 4 of these in each bucket. So let's just leave 4 on the table. Let's move the rest. Okay, 4 shallots in a 10-inch water bucket. So what could you reasonably expect to get back from 4 shallots? Well, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut to a video. It's a start to finish video where I actually plant 4 shallots in a water bucket. I think it's just plain old garden soil in there. From recollection, I think they were store-bought shallots. I wasn't too sure whether they would grow on, so I actually started them off in some compost until I got some roots, and then I actually planted them up in the 10-inch water bucket. Now, the video that's going to follow this introduction will show you me planting 4 of these in a 10-inch water bucket, and it'll take you right through till the day I harvest them. Now, one thing I would say about this is that you can let these go full term and you will get some shallots back, or you could, if you chose, to take them early as green onions. But you'll see that in the remainder of this video. Just hazard a guess, 4 of these, how many you're going to get back? Hazard a guess. Okay, let's watch the rest of this video, then come back to me. Okay, that's the 10-inch pot into shot. Can you hear that rain? Can you hear it? It's absolutely pouring down. Right, this is the 10-inch pot. And because these are going outside now, I've actually made some protection to go on the top of this pot. I've showed you this in a previous video. This is 4 lemonade bottles, top and tail, put together, stapled, just to make a windbreak. And because when you put anything in a pot, it tends to stand it up a bit, and that allows the wind to strike it even more so. So what I'm going to do is, so that I get these shallots equally spaced, I'm just going to use a plant label and pop one down as best I can in the middle of these windbreaks. Okay, now we can lift this off, and that's where we want to plant our shallots. Okay. There's the shallots we're planting. So, first shallot. I'll pop that shallot where that used to be and push him down. Okay. Second shallot. We'll push him down. Okay, now if you can visualise each of those producing 5 shallots, that pot will be full. If that is let me start again. If that's what happens, that pot will be full, won't it? If each of those turn into 5. So that's about it. We can't put any more in there. Sit that on top, like so. And then we'll secure that by pushing some sticks in. I haven't got the sticks indoors, but I'll secure that by pushing some sticks in, and that will protect those shallots. And then they'll grow on. Okay. These were put in at the beginning of the year. These are shallots, and these are shop bought shallots. I'm not too sure if you can see, but they're already starting to split off. I've never grown shallots in pots before. I think I've termed this shallots in pots, not a lot. I've put 4 shallots in, and I'm hoping that each of those shallots will split off into 4 or 5 new shallots. Give me 20 or so, just under 20 shallots in that pot. That pot will be full then. Again, the wind protection. These rocket sticks. Okay, rocket sticks. Tons of these about. When there's been a celebration of any kind, people let rockets off. If you go into a local park, anywhere near a build-up area where there's some celebrations going on, you'll pick these up. Okay, more recycling from homegrown veg. Hello, can you remember these guys? Shallots in pots, not a lots. Store-bought shallots. These were shallots that were bought to be eaten. But I set some aside, and I've sown 4 in this pot, this 10-inch pot. And I've had to protect them using these stapled together lemonade bottles, pop bottles. Because we've had some severe winds lately, and I think you'll agree, these guys don't look too bad, do they? Okay, of course we keep pop bottles in place with our rocket sticks, as you can see, and And I think at the time I sowed these, I had done a calculation of what I believed was reasonable to grow in a 10-inch pot in terms of shallots, and I said that if each shallot split off into 4 or 5 new shallots, then that pot will be full and that will be enough for us. Now I can actually see now how many shallots I'm going to get, and when I tip this over towards the camera I hope you can do the same, and we'll do a count. We'll count how many shallots we're going to get on each of these 4 shallots. Okay, so we'll try this one first, this bottom one, and I think I can see 1, 2, 3 shallots. There are 3 shallots coming from that one shallot. Okay, we'll move to the next one, and this one I believe I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shallots coming from that one shallot. 6 and 3 is 9, so we're on 9 shallots, are we? This one here, I believe I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shallots. So what did we say? 6, 7 and 3, 9, that's 16. 16 shallots and 1 to go. And this one here looks as though it's going to produce 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 shallots. So we're not far away on our original estimate, although there's a couple here got a lot more than one round the corner, but that's the way it goes in gardening, isn't it? That's the way it goes. And I'm not too sure that these will all get to maturity and we'll harvest all these shallots, but we're actually looking like hitting 20 shallots. I'll see if I can hold this pot any better at the camera. I hope you can see down into those tubes. I don't want to take them off because I would struggle to get them back on again, but you might be able to see those shallots dividing off. I don't know if you can. I can, and believe me, there are 20 shallots in this pot now. We started with 4, we've now got 20. All we've got to do is make them swell out. So, shallots in a pot, not a lot. Hello, these are my shallots grown in a 10-inch pot. You might not be able to recall, but when I sowed these shallots I only put 4 in this pot, and I calculated that if we could get 5 shallots from each shallot we could get 20 in this pot and the pot would be full. Well, I think you'll agree this pot's full. Couldn't get another shallot in here. So if you have a go at this at all, my recommendation is no more than 4 shallots in a 10-inch pot. So what we'll do now is I'm going to harvest these shallots and take them out of this pot, and I'm hoping that I can actually lift them all out in a wanner, but we won't know till we try. So I'm going to grip the pot between my feet and just try and lift them out as a clump. I'm going to take them all because of a feeling it might be difficult to get them out any other way. So I'm going to take them all. Okay, let's see if we can get them out. Oh yes, excellent. There are our shallots. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll break them away from the clump and see how many we've got, shall we? Molly, you don't like onions. It's potatoes and carrots and peas that you like, so there's nothing here for you. Okay, I'm going to switch the camera off now. I'm going to tidy these guys up and we'll put the camera back on. Let's see how many we've got. How do they look? I think you'll agree that's a good return. This is the first time I've grown shallots in pots, and it's the first time I've grown shop-bought shallots. And so there's a few experiments going on here. I didn't know if they would grow, and I didn't know how many to put in a pot. And so I made a decision, 4. And that was it. We went with 4 shallots. 4 shallots in a pot. And that's the end result. That's a result. That's a result, Molly, isn't it? Yeah, Molly's agreeing. That's a result. This is Homegrown Veg, signing off. Hey, how about that? How about that? 4 of these return 20. And all you need is room to stand a 10-inch water bucket, a big plant pot. You don't even need to buy these if you don't want to. You can get them off the grocery counter in the store, in the shop. I did, and they grew. And yeah, give them a go. You should really give these a go. It's so easy. Just push them in, stand the pot outdoors, and in so many months' time, you're getting all those shallots back. You're getting another 20 shallots back. It's not guaranteed, but it's a realistic expectation, isn't it? If you thought you could put 4 of those in and get 20 back, you would do it. You would do it. So hey, do it. Okay, this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.